Hello, welcome back to some 1969 APBA baseball action. We have a good one on tap. It is Sunday, April the 13th, 1969. We have a day game in New York at Shea Stadium against the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Mets. They have split the three-game series so far and are both teams looking to win the series 2-1. We have a great pitching matchup. On the mound for the New York Mets is Tom Seaver, making his second start of the year. He is 0-1 with a .386. Did not fare well against the Montreal Expos on opening day. And then on the mound for St. Louis will be Bob Gibson. So we've got a good one here today. One thing I'm doing a little different up on the upper right-hand corner by the baseball cards, you can see the so far today to see how the hitter that's up to bat right next to that with their baseball card, what they've done so far. So that might add a little bit more information if you're interested. And also, the little green die it's not changing anything except for it's telling me what kind of strikeout it is, and also sometimes it'll change where the ball's hit. So I'm not going to go into great explanation. I might explain a little as we go, and then, but it's not changing any of the any outs or anything like that. It's just helping me to spread the ball out a little bit better, more realistic in my opinion, and then again helping me to determine if it's a strikeout looking or a strikeout swinging, which is just cosmetic stuff. Most people, or a lot of people, wouldn't think that makes any difference, and it really probably doesn't. But for my enjoyment, it's something I've added that's kind of helping me along the way. So, all right, Lou Brock will start the festivities here in New York. We have an average day for weather, a little overcast, a little chilly, but not too bad for baseball here in April. Tom Seaver is an A with an X modifier. His master rating is 18, which is a medium A as an apple range. So we'll see how he does. So Lou Brock versus right-handed pitching is a +1, so that'll be a 17. So Seaver will stay in an A. And here we go. It's the second time I've ever remembered before the game started. I'm getting the hang of it. So Lou Brock hitting .350, so he's off to a pretty good start. Got 4 stolen bases already, which I'm pretty sure is leading the majors in that category. 53, that's a 16. That's a center fielder check. They've got AG as a 3, and he'll make a fine defensive play for out number 1. Nice job by AG getting to that one. So right off the bat, the Mets are flashing some leather. We got one away. Curt Flood due up next. He's not very good against righties, 6.24, so that'll improve Seaver to an A and a C. He's hitting .278, RBI and a double so far this year. Here is the pitch. 54, and that's lofted out to Gaspar in right field, and he will come on a couple steps and take it for out number 2. So 2 fly balls here in the early going. Veda Pinson off to a bit of a slow start, hitting .190. Does have a couple doubles, a triple, and 4 runs driven in, however. So looks like that might be a little bright. Let me see if I can adjust that just a bit. I believe that's a little better. All right, nobody on, 2 out. Pinson versus right-handers is a -2. That'll keep Seaver at an A. And here we go. 45, and that's going to be a walk. So neither Seaver nor Gibson have a W or a Z, so they're average when it comes to walks. That is the first walk that Veda Pinson has received this year. 2 out, runner on first. Pinson is fast. That brings Joe Torre, just newly acquired. He's spent his career with the Braves in Milwaukee and Atlanta, so this is his first year away from the Braves with St. Louis. So far he's hitting .211. Versus right-handers, he's a -3, so that'll improve Seaver to an A and a C. 2 out. Runner on first with good speed and Veda Pinson. 63, and that's a fly ball out to center field. Tommy Agee will not have to display as much defensive ability on this one. And that'll do it for the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner on, half inning in the books. We've got St. Louis nothing, New York coming to bat. So Gibson is an A and an X as well. He's a little lower on the master rating as he's a 17 to Seaver's 18. So far he's 0-1 with a 432. He did not fare well in his first start against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So both pitchers looking to get to their form here. Leading off for the Mets is Tommy Agee versus righties. He's a -3, so that'll keep Gibson at a 20C. Agee hitting .217. 61 is a 40, and he's not a W, so that's a foul ball. Strike one. 45, and he draws a walk. So second walk of the year by Tommy Agee. Obviously the first one of the day by Gibson. So leadoff base runner for the New York Mets. Tommy Agee is fast, so he's on first. They're going to have the corners in for Gaspar. With Gibson, it may not be a bad idea to bunt. We might have a tight one here, so they're going to see if he can lay one down. It's a 54. That's a 32. And that's hit down the third base line. Shannon's on it quickly, and he'll only have one play to first. So nice job by Gaspar getting the bunt down. 5-3 on the put out. So one out. Agee on second base for Wayne Garrett. Garrett is hitting 2 for 3 so far with a double. Versus right-handed pitching is a -1, so that'll be an 18A for Gibson on this one. And here's the pitch. 23, that's a 29. The Cardinals are a 2, and he's not a K, so that's going to be hit down to Torrey at first. He will wait for Gibson and time it just right to get Garrett at first. Agee will make it on to third with 2 out. Cleon Jones with a chance to drive in a clutch hit here. 2 out. Agee on third. Jones is hitting .368. He had a very good year, as you can see. I believe he might have won the batting title. No, Pete Rose did. So I think I remember to get the card down here. I've cut off more of my space. All right, versus right-handers, he's a -2, so that'll keep Gibson at a 19A as an apple. 2 out. Agee on third base. Here is the pitch. There's the Mets trying to get an early advantage. 46, and he strikes out looking. So Gibson paints the outside corner with a fastball. Jones will head back to the dugout knowing that he was overmatched on that one. So nice job by Gibby. He'll get his first strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner on. 1 in the books, no score. Leading off for St. Louis in the second is Tim McCarver. He will keep Seaver at an A. Here is the pitch. McCarver hitting .222 so far. 22 is a 7. That's slapped to right field. Gaspar will play it on a couple of hops, and the Cardinals get the first hit of the game. McCarver is considered fast by the APBA Brain Trust, so he will have the green token. We got a runner on first. Mike Shannon's hitting .263 with a double and an RBI so far. He will keep Seaver at an A. And here is the pitch. 34, and that's fly ball out to center field. Tommy Agee will take a few steps over to Jones in left field and put it away for out number 1. Agee busy out there here early in this one. 1 away for Javier. He's hitting .400, a home run and 4 runs driven in. He's off to a good start. He will improve Seaver to an A and a C, however, as Javier prefers the left-handed pitching. So 1 out. McCarver on first with good speed. 31 is a 9 on an A and a C. That's hit down to third baseman Charles. Hit kind of slow, so he'll have to charge it, and his only play will be to first. As McCarver advances to second on the 5-3 put out. So that's 2 away. McCarver on second. Looks like Gibson can hit, so they're going to take their chances with Maxville. He will keep Seaver at an A as an apple. So here is the pitch from Tom Terrific. 35 is a 23, and they are a 1. So runner out trying to steal third. Third baseman injured. So I don't do the next 6 games, but I do he's out for the game. So how about that? McCarver makes the Cardinal baseball error by making the third out at third. Just double check my numbers. 23, they are a 1, and he is indeed caught stealing. So Maxfield will be back up when they come back. So caught stealing. 2-5. Nice job by Grote. Caught stealing 2-5. Out number 3. And then, like I said, Charles was hurt on the play, so we'll have to find us a new third baseman. And we pause it and find us a third baseman. Crane pull will start off the bottom of the second versus right-handers. He'll make a 16, still an A for Gibson. Crane pull hitting .333 with a home run here early in 1969. 25 is a 9 on an A, and that's ground ball hit the other way out to Maxville. He will field it on the short hop, fire and throw, out number 1. 6-3. 1 away. Again, Ed Charles was hurt on that play, so they're going to bring in Kevin Collins. Pretty sure Gil Hodges was the manager of this team. He will pinch hit and play third. This is his first action of 1969. He will keep Gibson at an A. Here's the pitch. 13 is a 39. They are a 1, and he's not a W, so that's strike 1. 26 is a 29, and that's a strikeout. There'll be another one looking, so Gibson with a good fastball on the inside corner. Collins watches it and heads back to the dugout, bat in hand. Second strikeout today for Gibson. And both of them looking. So 2 out. We got Jerry Grote. I think it's Grote. It might be Grody, but I'm going to go with Grote. He will keep Gibson at an A. Grote hitting .353, home run, 3 runs driven in, off to a good start. 14, that's lifted out to left field. Brock will track that down with no difficulties. And the Mets go in order here in the second. So fly out 7. Collins will stay in to play third. Let's see if his defense is probably not as good as Collins. At third is a 3. So that will drop 1 off of the Mets defense. So that makes them a 33 and a 40. So that will keep them as a 2 like they were on the infield, and their overall rating will drop from a 1 to a 2. So their overall rating is going to drop. We got 8, 9, and 1 up for St. Louis here in the third. Maxville was at the plate when Tim McCarver thought he could steal third and found out that he was mistaken. He will keep, Maxville will keep Seaver at an A. Here's the pitch. 22 is an 8 on an A, and that's popped up on the infield. Collins just into the game will get his first chance, and he will squeeze the pop out for out number 1. Bob Gibson. Bob can hit, as you can see there a little bit. 246, had a home run, 6 doubles. He will keep Seaver at an A. So here's a classic matchup. Gibson versus Seaver. 45, and he draws a walk. So how about that? Seaver a little intimidated. Ends up walking Gibson. Gibson has been given the fast running ability rating by APBA. So runner on first. Lou Brock will step up next. He flew out to center field, as you can see there, up by his baseball card. Seaver will stay in A, 1 out. Gibson on first with good speed. 63 is a 31. And that's hit out to center field. Kind of shallow. AG coming on and takes it on the run for out number 2. AG getting his workout there today. 2 away for Kurt Flood. 6, he will improve Seaver to an A and a C as in cat. So 2 away. Bob Gibson on first. 32 is a 26. That's the second baseman, who is a 7. So that's the second column. So that's hit down to second base. Garrett to his right will flag it, and he'll go on to Harrelson the short way for out number 3 on the fielder's choice. 4-6. Gibson retired at second. Fielder's choice for Flood. No runs, no hits, no errors. Leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the third. Still nothing. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Mets this inning. Bud Harrelson will start the festivities. He will keep Gibson at an A. Harrelson hitting 267 with a triple. 1 run driven in. 13, and he's going to lead off with a walk. So that's the second walk that Gibson has allowed today. Everybody in the place knows what Seaver has in mind. He's not quite as good a hitter as Gibson, so they're going to be looking to lay one down. Harrelson at first has good speed. Here to Seaver. Squares the bunt. 16 is a 28. And he's going to get it down. Gibson off the mound will go to first, to Javier covering first, rather. It's a successful sacrifice bunt by Tom Terrific. 1-4. And the Mets have a runner in scoring position with Tommy Agee coming to bat. Runner on second, and Harrelson with good speed. Tommy Agee walked his first at bat. -3. He'll keep Gibson at an A as an apple. Gibson looks in angrily at McCarver for the sign. Agee trying not to be intimidated. 43 is a 29. They are a 2. That's hit down to the first baseman, Torrey. He will toss it to Gibson covering. That will advance Harrelson to third with 2 outs, however. 3-1 on the putout. Out number 2, Harrelson on third. So we got 2 out. For Rod Gaspar with runner on third. He had a successful sac bunt back in the first. All right. -4, so he'll improve Gibson to an A and a C, as Gaspar prefers the left-handed pitchers. Gibson, of course, is a right-handed pitcher. 51 is a 14, and he's going to draw a walk. So nice job by Gaspar waiting him out. That's the 3rd free pass issued by Gibby today. So not right on his control, doesn't look like. Gaspar with fast speed will take his place at first. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Wayne Garrett will keep Gibson at an A as an apple. He grounded out to Torrey in his first at bat of the day. Here we go. 14, and that's hit out the other way. Brock will take a few strides to the left field line and track it down to end the inning. So news flash, looks like George Archer wins the 33rd U.S. Masters Golf Tournament today in 1969. So no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 2 on from the walks. We go to the top of the 4th. Still knotted at nothing. 3, 4, and 5 due up for St. Louis. Vada Pinson walked in his first effort of the day. -2. He'll keep Seaver at an A as an apple. Vada Pinson, former Red. Had a kind of an off year. Not a bad year, but not a normal Pinson year. 56 is a 34. And again, they're a 2 now. And he is not a Y, so that's popped up on the infield. Pinson under a nice fastball. Harrelson will wave everyone off. They will obey his wishes. Out number 1. Joe Torrey. He'll improve Seaver to an A and a C. Torrey flew out to center field to end the first. 31 is a 9. And that's grounded down to the shortstop, Harrelson. He'll charge and lob over to first for out number 2. 6-3 on the putout. So quickly 2 away here in St. Louis's 5th. Tim McCarver, he has the only base hit for either team today, as he singled to lead off the second and proceeded to get caught trying to steal third to end the second. -2, so Seaver will stay at an A as an apple. Here is the pitch with 2 out, nobody on. 32 is a 26. And that's a little bouncer to Garrett. He plays it on the 3rd hop and will throw over to Cranepool to end the inning. So the Cardinals go in order. I'm one thing off here. I hate when I do that. In my scorebook, when I roll back up to the top, I went to the next inning. So. All right, bottom of the 4th. As one might have expected from this matchup, we got a pitcher's duel going. So leading off will be Cleon Jones, the 4th place hitter for the New York Mets. He will keep Gibson at an A as an apple. Jones struck out on a nice fastball on the outside corner in his first at bat. Gibby with 2 strikeouts today. 22, and that's going to be hit to left field. Brock will play it on a couple hops. Jones will take a wide turn at first, but he'll head back to first, content with a single. So first hit of the day for the Mets. Cleon Jones, fast runner on first. Ed Cranepool, he had a home run in yesterday's affair, the Saturday afternoon game. Let's see, versus righty. He'll keep Gibson at an A as an apple. Nobody out. .24, and he strikes out swinging. So nice fastball by Gibson. Cranepool swung through it. Third strikeout of the day for Gibson. First one swinging. So brings up Kevin Collins, who took over for Ed Charles, who was hurt on that McCarver attempted steal. He'll keep Gibson at an A as an apple. Here's the pitch. Again, this Collins' first action of the season. 34 is a 31. That's a fly ball out to Flood. Hit deep, but Flood will track it down just shy of the warning track for out number 2. He'll fire it in, keep Jones at first. Out number 2. Jerry Grote. +1. He'll keep Gibson at an A. Grote flew out to left field to end the second. 42. That's a 38. They are a 1 and a slow. So Jones takes off. Here's the throw from McCarver. Not in time. Adding some insult to injury to McCarver there. As Jones steals second base. I'm not for sure how many stolen bases that gives him. We'll have to check that later. So he's on second. Grote, the runner on second. Now a runner in scoring position. Again, he keeps Gibson at an A. Here's the pitch. 31 is a 9 on an A, and that's hit to the shortstop, Maxville. Hit on a line. He shorts hops it, and then we'll lob over to Torrey to end the inning. So he stays 6-3 on the putout. No runs, a hit, no errors. They leave a runner in scoring position. He's got 4 in the book, still knotted at nothing. All right, Mike Shannon, St. Louis third baseman. We'll start off the 5th. He'll keep Seaver at an A. Here is Seaver's delivery. 25 is an 8, and that's popped up on the infield. Collins with his second chance, both pop-ups. We'll take that for out number 1. Javier, that's 4. He'll improve Seaver to an A and a C. 53, that's an 18, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Harrelson. And he's going to miss that one as it bounces off the heel of his glove. He tries to retrieve it, but decides better and sticks it in his pocket. 1 base error. So that's the old E6. Javier, or Harrelson rather, with the error. Javier on first has good speed. This might be worth bunting. Let me see. I try to follow kind of what the managers did, so let's see if Maxfield bunted much. He had 7 sacrifice hits all year long, so that's not a lot. Oddly enough, Kurt Flood had 9. He led the team. So I think they're going to let him hit away. Don't look like Red Shane Deese, the St. Louis manager, did a ton of sacrifice bunting. Of course, for this game, yeah, man, you almost have to. You got, every run's going to count. So I think they're going to, Shane Deese is going to listen to the voice in his head and sacrifice bunt here. That would be me. All right, Maxfield looking to lay one down. Again, because Gibby can hit. 52 is a 27. That's 2 strikes, 2 missed attempts. I think they're going to try one more time. Oh, how about that? We missed an opportunity there, so that's a hanger, so should be able to get this one down. 42 is a 6, and that's hit down the third base line. Collins will field it. He'll fire on to Garrett covering. And so, again, that... Well, no, it wouldn't have been really, because that was the second roll. We had 2 strikes, so he wouldn't have rolled that 66 on the first opportunity. So there you have it. No harm done. All right, sacrifice bunt. 5-4. So that'll move Javier into scoring position with 2 out. With 2 outs, it may not have been a good idea, but again, Gibby can hit, and a little bit anyway. We'll see what happens. Out 5-4. Because Maxfield, his average is like 150 something. It's pretty bad. So. All right. Gibson, we'll see if he can. He walked his first effort. He'll keep Seaver at an A. (16's a 28. And with a runner on second, that's a ground ball to short to end the inning. So Harrelson able to field this one cleanly. So not sure if that was the best strategy. With 1 out, it may have been best to go ahead and let him hit away, but at least we got Gibson through the lineup and the top of the order coming up next, so we'll see if it hurts us long term. So anyway, he stays, and he's out 6-3. No runs, no hits, an error. They leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Both pitchers throwing 1-hitters. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for New York. Harrelson will keep Gibson at an A as an apple. He walked his first at bat. Gibson has walked 3 today. 63, and that's a fly ball out to center field. Harrelson pulled that one into the gap, but Flood will have time as it was hit high enough to track it down. Route number 1. Flood with good range is able to get that for the first out. Tom Seaver will keep Gibson at an A. He had a sacrifice bunt, his first effort of the game. 34, that's hit out to center field. This one a little shallower. Flood coming on will get it on the run for out number 2. Two away for Tommy Agee, who's walked and grounded out to first. -3, so he'll keep Gibson at an A. Tommy Agee from Magnolia, Alabama. 34, that's another 31, so that's hit out to right or left center field. Flood didn't have to go far for this one. Hit pretty good, but Flood will get it to end the inning. So the Curt Flood show here in the 5th as he retires all 3 New York hitters as they go in order. We go to the top of the 6th. Both the pitchers still throwing a 1-hitter. So we got the top of the order due for St. Louis in real life. St. Louis won this game 3-1. Right now, both of these teams are sitting at 2 and 3, so neither one off to a great start. They're locked at 1-1 so far in this series, as mentioned earlier. So Seaver will stay in A. Brock 0 for 2, 2 fly outs to Agee. Robbed of the hit on the first one. 21 is a 30, and that's lofted out the other way. Jones will come on and snag it for out number 1. See, we're in the 6th. Curt Flood's 0 for 2. He will improve Seaver to an A and a C. .15, and that's a liner up the middle, right over Seaver's head. Agee will field it, throw it back in, and Curt Flood on with a single. 1 out. Second base hit for St. Louis. He is of good speed. Rada Pinson. We'll keep Seaver at an A as an apple. Pinson is walked and popped out. 1 out. Flood on first base. 64 is a 12. They are a 2. He's not a W, so that's grounded down to Harrelson. He'll have time to flip to Garrett. Avoids Flood coming in and gets it onto Cranepool for a 6-4-3 double play. 6-4-3. I think that's the first double play today. An inning-ending variety. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still no score. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Mets. Of course, the Mets won the National League, or the World Series rather. This is the first year that the leagues had divvied up into divisions, and of course, it stayed this way up until '94 is when they split up into 3 divisions, 1994, and of course, St. Louis and New York in the same division had a lot of rivalries over the years. Of course, now with the new division, St. Louis is in the Central, New York is in the East. All right. Of course, there's a lot of the St. Louis really should have been in the National League West, them and the Cubs. Somehow the Reds and the Braves ended up in the West, even though they are both quite a bit further east, especially the Braves. But that's the way it worked out. I guess the Cubs and the Cardinals had some power back in '69 to get what they wanted. All right, -4. So that improved Gibson to an A and a C. Gaspar has a sacrifice bunt and a walk so far. 45, and he draws a walk. So Gibson with his 4th free pass. Gaspar with 2 of them. He'll be on first base with good speed. Wayne Garrett. He'll keep Gibson at an A. I'm going to go ahead and let him hit away. I'm tempted to bunt here again, but so far that's not worked. So let's see what letting him hit away will do. Of course, he'll hit in the double play. Maybe not. 22-8 on an A. Runner on first. And that's going to be grounded down to the first baseman, Torrey. It's slow enough that he'll go to Gibson to get the shore out as Gaspar will advance. So it worked out as a sacrifice bunt. Out goes 3-1. Torrey might have been able to get Gaspar, but he didn't chance it. So 3-1, 1 out. Gaspar will be on second in scoring position. For the heart of the New York lineup, Cleon Jones has the only New York hit today. -2. He'll keep Gibson at an A as an apple. Here's the pitch. 64 is a 12. They are a 1, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout swinging. So Gibson with a nice hook on this one. Had Jones frozen as he looks like he was expecting something different. So big strikeout there for Gibson, his 4th of the season. Or 4th of the game, rather. 2 away. It's up to Cranepool. He'll keep Gibson at an A. Cranepool was grounded out and struck out. Get the cards down where we can see them properly. 61 is a 40. They are a 1. With 2 outs, that's a bouncer to Javier to end the inning. He stays 4-3. So both pitchers in the zone today. After 6, we've got no score. 4, 5, and 6 due up for St. Louis. Joe Torrey will start off. He is 0 for 2. 3, he'll make an AC out of Seaver. 15 is an 8, and that's popped up to the third baseman, Collins. Torrey got a jam job, not hit very high, but high enough to be considered a pop out. One away. McCarver, he's got a single, and again was caught trying to steal third back in the second. -2. He'll keep Seaver at an A. .21 is a 30, and that's a fly ball out to left field. Jones will get to it for out number 2. Oddly enough, Seaver doesn't have any strikeouts. So he had 208 and 273. He had 5 in his first start, but today Cardinals have been able to make contact. So he'll stay at an A. Again, he's an X on the strikeout modifier. 31 is a 9 on the A, and that's a ground ball down to short. Harrelson will flip on to Cranepool to end the inning. 7th inning stretch time. As the Cardinals go in order. Trivia question: who is the all-time leader for years leading the National League in stolen bases with 10? Well, we got Maury Wills as a candidate. Tim Raines might be an option. I'm going to say Maury Wills. How about that? Max Carey with Pittsburgh. Oh, I missed that one. I didn't even think of Max Carey. All right. Bottom of the 7th. Collins will start off. Kevin Collins. He'll end the year with Montreal. There's a lot of trading going on in 1970 or 69. He'll keep Gibson at an A. He's 0 for 2 today. 56 is a 34. He's not a Y. He's a X, so that's popped out to shortstop. High. And Maxville waits for it to come down, squeezes it with 2 hands as they did in those days for out number 1. Grody, he'll keep Gibson at an A. 35, that's a 36, that's ball 1. 32 is a 26, and that's a grounder down to Javier at second base. He plays it on a short hop and fires on to first for the second out of the inning. The big target there at first base and Joe Torre. So quickly 2 away for Harrelson. And he'll keep Gibson at an A as an apple. Harrelson 0 for 1 with a walk. 62, and he strikes out looking. Actually, that's swinging. So nice fastball there. Harrelson overpowered. Gibson with his 5th strikeout of the day. As he returns the favor and the Mets go in order. We go to the 8th. Still no score. Both pitchers doing what they were known to do. Got 7, 8, and 9 due up for St. Louis. Javier will lead things off. He's reached on an error and grounded out. 4, he'll make an AC out of Seaver. 62, and he strikes out swinging. Seaver with a big hook there. Javier frozen. It breaks over the inside part of the plate. First strikeout for Seaver. Again, that one was of the looking variety. 1 away. Maxville, he will keep Seaver at an A this time. He had a sacrifice bunt and popped out to third. 31, and he'll draw a walk. So second or third walk today allowed by Seaver. So with 2 out, I think they'll let Gibson hit away. Again, he's decent with the bat. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Maxville has good speed at first base. Gibson will keep Seaver at an A. So 1 out, 1 on. Again, Red Shane Deese is going to let Gibson hit away. 46, and that's a strikeout swinging. So Seaver just reared back, blew that one by Gibson. Second strikeout of the day, so 2 out. And again, that one's swinging for Lou Brock. And he'll keep Seaver at an A. 2 out. Maxville on first. 62, and he strikes out swinging. Seaver, big hook on that one. Caught the outside corner. Brock knew it, and he will head back to the dugout. Actually, that was swinging, so a curveball on the outside corner, he swung and missed. So Seaver gets 3 strikeouts, his first 3 strikeouts of the day. Looks like he's been holding out on us. They leave another runner. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still no score. So this one is as advertised with these 2 guys on the mound. Tom Seaver will lead things off. He will keep Gibson at an A. Seaver's a sacrifice bunt and flew out. 31, and he draws a walk. How about that? Walk number 5 that Gibson's allowed. Again, been a little wild. Seaver has fast speed, according to the APBA gurus. So Tommy Agee with runner on first. 3, he'll keep Gibson at an A. Agee is 0 for 2 with a walk. 16 is a 28. Maxville is a 9. So that's going to be hit to Maxville. He'll go to Javier. And Agee hurrying down the line just barely beats it out to avoid the double play. So that'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice. Just 1 out now. Agee with fast speed now at first. Gaspar. Minus 4. He'll make an AC out of Gibson. I believe he's the only one in the Met lineup that does that. Gibson is kind of a lower A. 15. Oh, that's trouble. So an A and a C. Even with the A and a C, that's going to be a single over first base, over Torrey's head. And Agee will make it all the way over to third. Then we got 1 strike on Garrett on the second one. Curveball from Gibson. Gaspar heads to second. And here's the throw from McGarver. And he's in with a stolen base. That's the first stolen base of the year for Gaspar. Single. That's the second one by the Mets today against McGarver. All right, we got him at second and third. 1 out for Garrett. Both runners are fast. Garrett will improve Gibson to an A and a C. He's 0 for 3 today. The infield in. Trying to cut off the run. 51, and he draws a walk. Again, Gibson or Seaver, neither one with the Z modifier. Even if he had it, it wouldn't have helped there. So that loads the bases. That sets up a force at least. Walk number 6 today for Gibson. And the one hitter you don't want up if you're a St. Louis Cardinal fan is the one coming up, Cleon Jones. Bases loaded. Everybody on base has good running ability. They're going to bring the infield in. It's interesting. You could argue that maybe that with 1 out, they could do the corners in. However, Jones is pretty quick, so he's not a great double play candidate. So they're going to bring in the infield. Tommy, oh crap. There's the guy we want. From Plateau, Alabama. C2. He'll keep Gibson at an A. So here we go. Big at bat here, so both teams with just 2 hits, but the Mets have loaded the bases, 1 out. Cardinals have the infield in. Let's see, that was the second stolen base for Jones, back in the 4th, by the way. Here we go. 44 is a 7 on an A. That's a single over second base. Agee going to score. Gasper's going to score. And Garrett, who has good speed, will make it to third. Here's the throw, and he's safe. Jones is going to hang up at first there with a 2-run single. So how about that? Again, the one guy you didn't want up is the guy who came up. So Agee with the score. Gasper with a score. Garrett to third. Second hit for Jones. 2 RBI. Runners on first and third. So now they're going to play back for the double play, looks like. Sure I got that right here. So 7. Yep, fast to third. All right. So again, both runners are fast still. A lot of fast runners on the Mets. Crane pull. Once one, he'll keep Gibson at an A. Gibson trying to get out of this without any further damage. Again, they're back for the double play now. 32. That's a 26. Javier's an 8, so 26 with the infield back. Runners on, actually we're on first and third. So that's a ground ball to the second baseman. He flips on to Maxfield. He avoids Cleon Jones as he jumps over top of him and gets a nice throw to Torrey for the 4-6-3 double play. All right, how about that? Round out, 4-6. He stays 4-6-3. 4-6-3 double play by Crane Pool. However, they get 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and they leave just 1 on. We go to the top of the 9th. Tom Seaver has been given a 2-run lead. He does have the heart of the St. Louis lineup. Kurt Flood, we got 2, 3, and 4. Kurt Flood will make an A and a C out of Seaver. Flood is 1 for 3 this afternoon. 26 is a 27, and that's a strikeout. So Seaver, who didn't have a strikeout till last inning, has 4 in a row. That's going to be looking. Nice fastball on the inside corner. Flood looks like he doesn't quite agree with that call, but that would be the call by Stan Landis, the home plate umpire. But he is out looking nonetheless. 1 away. Veda Pinson will keep Seaver at an A. 53. That's a 15, which would be the left fielder. He is a 2, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Cleon Jones not able to get to that one. Pinson's on with a 1-out hit. So he has fast speed, and that brings up Joe Torre, who would be the tying run, 1 out. Torre is a 3. He'll improve Seaver to an A and a C. Torre is 0 for 3 today. Again, trying to impress his new ball club here. The St. Louis Cardinals. He's not off to the greatest start this year. Let's see if he can improve it here. 23 is a 27. That's down to the third baseman. That's Collins, so he is a column 3. So 27 into 3. However, that is an X, so that's going to be another strikeout. And strikeout swinging. So Torrey not able to catch up to a high Seaver fastball. And that'll be out number 2. Tim McCarver. would like to atone for his caught stolen base. He's a -2. He'll keep Seaver at an A as an apple. Pinson at first with good speed. 2 out, and here is the pitch from Seaver. 12's a 25, and that's going to be hit down to Garrett at second, and he will go to first, and that is the ball game. So how about that? Nice one. Just what you'd expect from these two. So again, in real life, Gibson came out victorious, but in this one, Seaver did. So we'll look at the damage. So no runs. They had a hit. Pinson trying to salvage the game. So 0. So we'll check our box score. Bring that up here. There you go. So let's get rid of the so far today. It's kind of in the way. All right. So the Mets improved to 3-3. Again, they were the World Series champions this year. Some people have said that it's a little hard to replicate, as they played a little over their heads according to the stats, but we'll see. They got 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. Nobody left. That's an inning. The Cardinals are shut out, 0-3-0. Gibson takes the loss. He falls to 0-2 as he lost his first game against Pittsburgh and St. Louis. However, not a bad line. Looks like those walks kind of got him. 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 1-runs, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. Seaver improves to 1-1 as he gets the complete game shutout, allowed 3 hits and 3 walks. So you got to say the star of the game, I'll go give it to Cleon Jones, as he had Seaver pitched a fine game. Actually, let's do co-stars. This one you about have to. So Cleon Jones, who had the 2-run single in the 8th, and then Tom Seaver with a complete game shutout. So there you have it. So this is the second game of Sunday, April the 13th. So when I get through this day, I will have got through my first week of 1969. This is game number 55 of the season. So let's go ahead and get back to our thing here. So very enjoyable game. I figured this one would be a lot of fun with these two guys on the mound. I've had to broadcast it because you don't get a matchup like this, and it seemed to deliver. At least I enjoyed it. So as usual, any comments are appreciated. Feel free to again make suggestions or compliments or complaints. Always enjoy hearing what you guys think, sharing your stories. It's been really cool. A lot of you guys have actually experienced this year in real life as it happened, and so hearing the stories of your experiences certainly adds some flesh to my replay. So I enjoy that. Keep those coming, and I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you next time.